What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting from the D, and Unc warned y'all. Gotta say, I told you so. I warned y'all. For those of you out there, my peoples that follow me, I was trying to tell y'all that this whole being in debt thing, the buy now, pay later, running it up on credit cards, this was not gonna work out for you. That you may have gotten away with it for a little bit during the pandemic times. They kind of eased back a bit, but the pandemic was 5 years ago. You got them coming after people to collect them loans. We saw that, what was it, Klarna is suing people. They decided that, what was it, 120 million that they was just letting float out there. They weren't about to let people get away with that, and now it looks like Amex and Discover. I don't own a Discover, so I don't know exactly how they operate, but Amex and Discover, they not playing around either. They now suing folks. Now I think about it, Amex sued that one chick, the one bad baby. Um, they sued her earlier this year for she owed them almost 700,000 in unpaid charges, and that's wild to me because didn't she make a bunch of money when she signed up for OnlyFans? You know, she turned 18, signed up for OnlyFans immediately, and like really made a bag. She got like millions of dollars, so she ran up nearly, it was like 679,000, somewhere in that range. She ran that up on her Amex and decided she just wasn't gonna pay. And I can tell y'all this, as someone that is an Amex user, no, Amex has no limit. I know that about that card, and that's it's cool about Amex and scary about Amex at the same time, because at the end of the month they want their money. They really not trying to do the whole carry a balance and pay interest to the next month. They really not trying to do that. They'll let you go out there and run it up. They'll let you go out there, spend 10, 15, 20, 30,000, whatever. And it's fun. It feel good when you swiping or tapping to pay and whatnot. But at the end of the month, they want their money, and they really not trying to hear, oh, I don't have it, this and that. They really not trying to hear that, and that's why it don't really matter who it is, including her here, bad baby. I'm looking it up now to see how much she owed. Oh, my bad. It was 674,000 in alleged unpaid credit card debt. So Amex went after her for that. As I said, I don't know how Discover works. I don't know if they give you a set limit or if it's a uncapped limit the way Amex works, but they going back to back. Back to back like Curry 17-18, back to back like Pistons 89-90, suing people to collect that money. So, you know, the reason why I laugh about this is because, man, I don't know how people keep finding themselves in this trap. It's so easy to get in debt. It's difficult to get yourself out of debt. I've seen people bust their butt to claw their way out of debt, and they weren't even in a ton of debt. They owed like maybe 5,000, something like that. Clawed their way back out of that, and then found themselves back in either that same amount, if not more. And I just don't understand that, man. You will never be free when you got debt like this. You will never be free. You will be working, you'll be 70 years old, 75, 80 years old, still trying to get some sort of fast food gig or something if you stay in debt. That's the trap, unfortunately. And people get caught up in it because social media. They get so caught up seeing everybody on social media seemingly living like they got it like that, and they don't. I'm telling y'all, them influencers that y'all be you know, doom scrolling through their content, them influencers, them lifestyle influencers that's always making life seem like it's so perfect, so wonderful, so grand for them. That's content. They life not really like that. That's content. Them people stressed as all get out. They are stressed as it gets. You know why? Because them people are oftentimes going 50, 75, 100K into debt trying to keep up the image that they make in money, and they really not. That AdSense money that they getting not hitting like that. Whatever brand deals they may be doing, they not hitting like that. They making some money, but it's not enough to offset the spending that they doing in order to portray this. Oh, I got such a wonderful, perfect life. Look at my wonderful children. Look at my wonderful husband. Let me show off the house that we have. We just bought this beautiful 5,000 square foot home recently. I'm telling y'all, these people, they be so broke, man. And that's what happens. You got real life people out here trying to live like them. They feel like, oh well, I deserve it. Nobody ends up in debt more than a mofo that's on some I deserve it stuff. Like, for real. Nobody. And you will quickly find yourself on the receiving end of one of these lawsuits if you want some I deserve it sort of stuff. You go out there, you charging, getting yourself a car, you putting whatever vacation. Like, what was people doing? People not trying to go to Vegas like that right now, but people's going on the cruises. Still are, actually. We had Coachella earlier this year. People was definitely going broke trying to get to Coachella. I was cracking up. I made a video about it. I made a video about how Coachella, a huge chunk of the people who attended Coachella went there using buy now, pay later methods. I seen people, they opened credit cards. So some was doing buy now, pay later. Others was opening credit cards just to go to Coachella. So you don't have the money. I'm of this mindset. If I don't have the money, I don't need to do it. If it's something I want to buy and I don't have the cash for it, and this is coming from somebody who uses credit cards. I'm telling y'all, I only use my credit cards for stuff that I can afford to buy. If I'm at the mall and I'm spending $1,200 for that iPhone or whatever, it's because I have the money for it. So once that transaction clears, more often than not, I'm just gonna move that money over there to the credit card and just, zero it out. My credit cards have a zero balance every month, and it's because I only use them for purchases that I have the money for. I don't do the whole buy now, pay later stuff. I'm not giving these mofos free money. I did once upon a time when I was younger and I didn't understand how this stuff worked. I did all the paying the interest fees, paying the late fees, over the limit fees and all that. I did all of that. Once I learned the game and I figured out that I was poor and staying poor by constantly paying all of these fees, and that the people who was really killing it with the credit cards was the people who were financially free. So they get all these rewards from these cards, and the credit card companies, I found out, they pay for these rewards programs with the money that they were getting from people like me that were broke and living beyond their means and constantly paying late fees for stuff, constantly paying interest on stuff. Once I figured that out, man, I was like, I'm done with this. I ain't paid no interest on no credit card, and I don't know how long. I don't do. They call people like me deadbeats. All right, you know why they call people like me deadbeats? Like, I kid you not. That's what they call people like me in the credit card industry. They call me deadbeats because I extract all of the benefits of using the card. I use the card to pay for this. I use the card to pay for that. And I get, either cash back, depending on what card I'm using. I either get some sort of cash back or I get some sort of points. That stuff accumulates. I'll take the cash back and I'll use it towards something. Depending on what card it is, the cash back can be used as a gift card or a statement credit. If it's one of the ones that does the points, you can use that to redeem it for hotels or flights or whatever. Once I figured out that I could do that, just use the cards for stuff that I was going to buy anyway and just keep accumulating points, there was no looking back. So yeah, I'm a deadbeat. I extract all of the benefits that I possibly can out of these reward programs, and I don't pay a damn thing back into the system because I'm not giving them no free money. They're not getting late fees out of me. They're not getting interest out of me. somebody like me, and this is why I be telling y'all what I do. It's not to brag. It's to inspire you to get in the same place. No more free money. Stop giving them free money. Once I decided that I was no longer gonna get them no free money, man, I got out of my debt so damn quick. Well, it wasn't exactly quick. It took me some time to get out of debt, but y'all get what I'm saying. I was done being a uninformed duped in the system, paying all of this money into it because it just didn't make sense. You know, it just didn't make sense. I've seen people paying hundreds of dollars in interest on a $500 credit limit. That's insane. I've seen people pay in interest more than what the credit limit is because they never pay it off. This is just free money. Why are you doing that? And it's making poor financial decisions like that that's keeping people broke. So you guys, I wish y'all the best. Those out there that's on the receiving end of getting sued by Amex and Discover, because they not kidding around, man. Times is tough. Everybody say the economy is hard, and it must be getting hard for some of these credit card companies as well, because they really adamant about getting that money back right now. They like, we owed hundreds of millions of dollars and we sick of just letting that stuff sit out there and hoping that one day y'all will decide to pay it. And we about to go ahead and expedite this. But I'm gonna leave it there, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments as always. If you guys that have credit cards, hey, listen, real talk. You guys that have credit cards and y'all into the reward programs, tell me y'all setups. I'm curious. I don't really have a setup. I got several cards that I use. You know, I use one card for groceries, one card for gas, this and that. I mean, I guess you could say that's like a setup because I am, you know, somewhat optimizing how I get points and stuff back, but not really. It's some people that's really hardcore out there with it to where they be putting post-it notes on their cards so that they know exactly what store to use it at. I'm probably never gonna become that hardcore, but for those of you that follow me and those of you that just may happen to see this video, if you guys do, you know, the credit card setups, let me know what y'all setup is. I'm really curious to know that. So hopefully some of y'all respond to this and tell me some of them setups that y'all running. I'm kind of looking for ideas. I don't know if I'm actually following anybody's setup, but some of your ideas may help me optimize mine a bit better. So I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. Hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.